What's up, you guys? My name is Miguel, here to give you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering top things that prior to being in this beautiful field of being an X-ray tech that I had wrong or maybe I mistaken. So going into, or even before I actually got into the medical field, or even prior into college, my general knowledge, you could say just normal people knowledge, I just assumed that X-ray techs just took X-rays, film, put it up there, little hand, little bone, stuff like that. That was my general knowledge of that, in that radiation's bad, cancer and stuff like that, right? I was astonished that we had fluoroscopy. I was like, oh, surely nurses do that. I was not aware that we handled contrast and stuff like that. Or the enemas. That one apparently, I mean, I've heard about it just doing basic like Google search, but my general thought was like, it's the you know, the doctor does that. We don't. That young Miguel, that's what he thought. Let's see what else. I was very disappointed once I was in the actual field that we didn't, I mean, obviously it kind of worked out that we didn't do film anymore because of both the productivity and both of it just become obsolete. That was something I kind of wanted to do, I'm not gonna lie. In school, we didn't really, I mean, we got to saw it. And from school, our teacher gave us, this is indeed, it looks like a very film strip, but this is a actual strip of film that our teacher let us. I use it, I always keep it just to look at it because it is an X-ray film. So if you shoot it with X-ray, you know, like it goes inside a cassette. It was something nice that, you know, it's just a little souvenir we got to keep. It was, because I was genuinely wanting to do one, but obviously because of our technology we have these days, we don't. Now in foreign countries they still do it. Like I have people that I have family members in Mexico who my grandma whipped out film. They're like, yeah, this got done this year, and I was like, what? They still do that? I was amazed. And even radiation, I'm like, I knew that it was dangerous and could cause cancer, but I wasn't aware of lead to keep you safe. I didn't know that, but that was something that I was genuinely surprised. I was like, oh, lead, and then all this other stuff that came on later on, which was interesting. It was quite a surprise. And for the most part, I didn't know prior to getting into like all the places that like you could work. I just like, oh, X-ray techs, obviously probably surgery and probably the emergency room. I didn't know all the like mobile and all the other stuff. That kind of surprised me too. I wasn't aware. Now obviously if you grew up and you got hurt, you would probably have a wider knowledge than I did. I was pretty healthy and I never got hurt, and I was never inside of the hospital, so I never got to see any of that. Or even the education side, like I just thought, oh, nurses, X-ray techs, like non-doctors, like I just thought it would have been like 4 to 6 years like of school. Which, I mean, if you add all like the pre-courses, I suppose it is more than just the basic 2 years. But that you know, something you just learn. I mean, obviously, if you got a bachelor's degree, then you know you could probably increase that. But that's for the most part the few things that I think I got wrong prior to getting in. Which none of those stopped me from, like, when I actually learned what it was. None of those were deal breakers. There are certain people that I was amazed that went through all the prereqs, actual applying, getting into school, taking the first semester, and then it was until you got into clinicals. We had a few people drop that first week of clinicals because they saw what they did and they're like, it wasn't for me. And I was like, bruh, You spent all this money, all this time, and it's just like, nope. I was like, I don't know. I'll just at least finish it and just have that as a backup. But I mean, there's certain people that it's just not for them. I mean, teach their own. I mean, I think now being on this side is a pretty good field. It's like a little bit more easier than being a nurse. My lady's a nurse. I see all the stuff she does, and I'm like, it's a pretty good sweet spot. For me, it worked out. Here I am doing an ungodly amount of overtime currently. And yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. We'll see you on the next one.